Welcome to video 1 of the Work in Progress series featuring a day in a life form. Okay, where are we at? This is a question I often ask myself as a way to align myself to a plan. It's a good way to prompt the brain to answer the question. So to recap, the initial idea behind the Work in Progress series was to show the development of each scene of a story. But when I sat down to do it, I realized I didn't have a clear idea of what the list of needed illustrated scenes would be. I had written a story and had done some initial illustrations for the storyboard. But for a video, I wasn't sure how those illustrations would sync with narrated audio. And I wanted to get a better idea if there were any gaps that I needed to fill in with additional illustrations. So what I thought I'd do was to record the narrated audio of the story and apply what illustrations I had so far. Now, over time, as I had developed the story, I had a variety of rough drawings, full-color illustrations, animation experiments, and experiments using Blender software. I thought I would pull all of these together to create an initial rough edit and do any additional sketches to fill in the gaps. It turned out to be a little bit Frankenstein, but it worked well and showed where I needed to add additional illustrations. It also gave me a better overview and feel for the story once the written script was turned into audio and combined with visuals. It revealed any additional needs to edit and improve the script. I would often see this technique used in animated film documentaries, where they start off with a rough edit with simple sketches. Now, as I looked at all the variety of images and videos that made up the initial rough edit, I realized the style and the look of the characters had changed and evolved over time. And I saw a need to create a way to make sure that they were consistent. To solve this, I created a style guide. I've also seen this in animated documentaries, how they would create a style guide prior to development. They would even create sculptures of the characters to see how they would look from a variety of angles. The style guide would show the overall style, proportions of each character to each other, and color. In addition, the style guide would show set elements, building and landscape, and their proportions to the characters. The guide serves as a sort of DNA blueprint of the story. In the initial intro video for the Work in Progress series, I talked about how the process would evolve. Creating the initial rough edit and the style guide are examples of discoveries along the way. Now, if I create an additional story down the road, these discoveries will become part of the process from the start. This is, of course, a good example of the core boat maker and the sea philosophy of J. Merton Creative Lab. My next steps from here will include continuing to develop the sets. From there, I should have enough initial prep done to begin illustrating each scene. That's where I'm at so far. If you're interested in more, hit the like button and subscribe to be notified of the latest work in progress. In the links in the description below, you can become a member of Patreon to get exclusive content, tutorials, and more. Or for a one-time way to support J. Merton Creative Lab, you can buy me a coffee. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.